Well, it's a target that is, truthfully speaking, realizable, and it has been set as a challenge, as a target for quite a while now. There are a couple of issues that, had prevented us from achieving that target even up until now. You could split these challenges into two broad areas. There's the international one, and then there's a local one. The international one are relatively well known. I mean, OPEC, oil price, etc.
Yeah, because I was about to get into that and say, because we don't make this decision on myself by the volume of oil we produce. We're part of a group.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's one thing to set the target. It's another thing to be able to push it through the group. Because we are part of OPEC, it has to sit properly with OPEC as well in terms of being able to actualize it. But in terms of capacity, if we're talking about building the capacity to produce 4 million barrels, for example, yes, it's achievable, but there are quite a lot of things that needs to be done within Nigeria to make that achievable. We have issues of exploration. You basically have to find more oil, and you can't continue to deplete your current oil reserve that you have without replacing them. So you have to ensure that exploration is well funded and then is yielding results. Number two is that operations have to go relatively unperturbed. We have to ensure that there are no disruption to operations in any form. Of course, you know that in the last 5-6 years, we've had serious issues of interruptions, disruptions to
Which actually
production.
even brings me to the recent developments that are happening there. We're seeing, the oil rigs that are people who are being kidnapped recently in the Niger Delta.
Right.
But when you look at that and what that means, can you speak to what that means for, potential investments that will come into oil and gas?
Of course, space? It will slow activities down if not quickly resolved, if not nipped in the bud. I believe government or whichever the parties are have to sit down with whoever is aggrieved and try and understand what the issues are and try and come to some amicable resolution as quickly as possible. We've had these issues before, and there was a solution that appeared to be working. I think we need to wear our thinking cap and try and come back to where we were and whatever the underlying issues are have to resolve.
All right, but let me get to the other part of the targets that we set. When we look at the refining capacity, we're trying to get about 1.5 million barrels, refining capacity by 2025. I'm looking at this here, I'm thinking, is it largely due to the Dangote factor?
I think that confidence is there, that Dangote will substantially raise that capacity, the refining capacity, if and when it comes on stream. But then the existing refineries as well, something needs to be done. Otherwise, because the installed capacity for all our refineries is about 450,000 barrels per day. And if Dangote is bringing about 600, then it means not only are we meant to be operating the existing refineries to full capacity, additional refineries have to come in. Now, there's also going to be the issue of what exactly is Nigeria's consumption rate. I think within the NNPC system, that figure should be crystallizing about now. So going to 1.5 per day is something that I hope is not over the top. I'm assuming that they are not only thinking about Nigeria, but they are also thinking about the neighboring countries where we seem to be losing a lot of products.
Yeah, but before now, there's been quite a number of talks about modular refineries. Do you think that idea has been ditched?
You see, modular refinery is a concept that is possible, but the actualization of it, I don't think it has been well thought through yet by government and the stakeholders. Everybody thought, in my opinion, that okay, you have all these local refineries that are the illegal refineries, and you could just take them out and substitute them one for one with modular refineries. No, it doesn't work that way. Modular refineries is a technology on its own. It also requires a certain level of investment for it to work, and then the environment and the other structures have to be in place for everything to be seamless. For example, transportation of the product from wherever you are refining it to point of sale and all of that. So there are issues that needs to be sorted out And it's not just easy to just mouth it as a concept as we've done.
All right, but let me get to another issue which I saw in the dailies as well. You had the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources talking about the fact that landing cost for petroleum for PMS right now is about 180 naira. I remember we still sell this product for 145 naira at the pumps.
I think the issue of the subsidy is as old as this administration, at least, if not, it's been there before then, of course. I believe that it's about now for us to take a hard look at this issue of subsidizing petroleum products if you want to make real progress. I mean, there might be some other economic implications. For example, in Sudan and some of these countries, part of the uprising that they had was because oil price increased all of a sudden, or government intended to increase it. I think we need to take a hard look at these issues. I don't think it's sustainable to continue to subsidize the way we're doing. I think we need to let go and then try and bring other palliative measures to cushion the effect.
We saw how things played out when the former administration tried to bite that bullet to make that happen. Do you think we will receive that level of we'll see the same level of well, we saw the last time the government increased the PMS to 145. There wasn't much agitation in the streets. Yeah. Then, do you think we will see that happen again if they?
I think with proper education, with proper publication and education principally, it's something. I think one clear point is that this administration, the Buhari administration, missed a very good opportunity, and that opportunity was at the inception of this current administration, 1st of May 2015. If they had just moved in two key areas, petroleum subsidy, exchange rate, just drop it and allow it to fall, it will have worked. It will have worked because we're having a new administration. And then just carefully articulate a list of other palliative measures that will then ameliorate the challenges that the populace will have. I can't tell what the political fallout or the political implications will be, but it simply makes economic sense to allow the subsidy to go at this point.